Hello, Bl'Artagnan here with a should you pull for the upcoming triple BT banner featuring Paladin Cecil, Warrior of Light, and Sephiroth. I'll be going over the characters' upgrades and sharing my thoughts as to their value, and I'll do it all in less than 4 minutes because that's how long this royalty-free music lasts. Before we begin, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really does help me out quite a bit and I appreciate it. So let's get down to business. This banner has a lot of value in it, and really has something for everyone, even more so than the last banner. We got Paladin Cecil, the heroic White Knight. We got Sephiroth, the villainous Blackheart. And for those of you who aren't feeling either of those, we have Warrior of Light, who has absolutely no personality whatsoever. Like I said, something for everyone. Paladin Cecil isn't really getting any changes, so we're not going to touch on him here. Suffice to say, he's still a very good support character. Warrior of Light is getting his LD boards, and they're giving him the goods. They always do him justice on his tuning passes, and this is no different. This is a big part of why I think everyone should try to get Warrior of Light, because you never know when he's going to be OP again, but you know he will be OP again. And this is a great example of that. So they're making his LD hit harder, last longer, and grant more stat ups to the party as part of his aura. He's also getting bravery gen to the party, similar to his burst effect based on shield values. The big thing is that he's getting HP damage up for the party, and even more so for himself. This fixes his big issue as a tank, which has always been he's fantastic on the defensive end, not great on the offensive end, which can be rough for low turn counts. Now he is bringing the damage, and that is humongous. I don't know if I mentioned this, he's also getting last stand, which is just great for a tank to have. It's a bit of a meme for a while. So that's great. I think you should definitely try to get him if you haven't got him already. Sephiroth is getting a rework in his LD boards. His skill 1 becomes AoE with a double Brave Dump. His skill 2 becomes a triple Brave Dump, single target still. Both of them get refund in between, so he's just hitting like a truck now. That multiple dump with refund mechanic, as you've seen Motifa, is kind of the way of the future, and it really just brings his damage up to strong modern standards. His LD boards make his LD hit harder, of course, and it gives him a new buff, which it basically just makes him hit harder. Shocking. And his debuff from the LD becomes gold framed, much like Kadaj's. That makes him the only other gold framed debuffer in the game, which is neat. It's cool. Not as necessary, maybe now that we're past the Kadaj Lufania, but it's cool to have. The thing about it is it also gives him debuff start. So when you use his LD or her regular call, it applies it for a couple turns. But hey, a couple turns of a gold frame debuff that increases brave damage by 30% is pretty sweet. So, what do I think about this banner? This is one that really depends on your roster, because, if you already there's a good chance you already have like half the characters' kits already, if not more, unless you're a newer player. If you're a newer player, I'd say go hard on this banner. I think if you can afford it, going all the way to 125, if you don't have any other bursts, that's a good investment, because you're probably going to pick up at least one burst along the way, and that's a lot of value if you can pick up 2 bursts out of it, maybe even 3. If you have some of it, it gets touchier. I don't think you need Sephiroth. He's a good melee damage dealer. He has that, the nifty utility with his gravity on his EX, but I don't think you need him. I definitely think you need Warrior of Light. Pestle, that'd be cool too. I guess that's what I'm going to say there. If you don't have Warrior of Light, I'd say chase him. If you don't have Pestle, okay, it'd be nice to have him. And Sephiroth is definitely good to pick him up, but I don't think he's going to change your game, even though he is powerful now. I hope that clarifies things. It gets weird. I call these should you pulls for the views, but it really does come down to your roster and resources. So hopefully this overview gave you what you needed. Unlike this fucking pull. Adios.